do want to acknowledge we both have beautiful daughters, and I wanted to offer the opportunity for the mother who's working through her own care, working through what that means to believe that she is who God says she is, and not the core lie, not the things of the world about her. And she's working to build that back up. But she has children that she wants to pour into and ensure that they have the wherewithal and the care that they need, that their soul is cared for, that their spirit, that their emotions are attended to well. What have you learned from thinking about care and then parenting that may guide that person who's a parent to think about my well-being helps me to love well? My spiritual care helps me to offer spiritual care to my children.
Yeah. I think being a mother teaches me a lot about God. I think one of my favorite scriptures is that, the Lord directs our steps. He holds us by the hand. Though we may stumble, we will never fall, because the Lord is holding us by the hand. And he delights in every detail of our lives. And that idea, like, the Lord is holding me by the hand.
Yeah.
And though I may stumble, I just think I think about my children when they were learning to walk and falling on the ground and trying to eat dirt. And
they be out there in the little garden like, this flower looks so delicious.
Yeah. And they're like, stumbling all over the place. And me as a parent, I'm not going to let them fall off a cliff. I'm going to pick them up when they stumble. I be like, let's not eat that. That's not a good choice, And just, I learn from my children a lot about how God sees me. Like, God is delighted in my steps of faith, no matter how small.
And baby steps are still steps.
Look, you took a step.
We're so proud
the
of
first
you.
step, you lose your mind. You're like, oh my gosh, you took a step,
Yes.
It's not about how many steps. It's just like, you took a step. That is awesome, And when they fall, you're not like, oh my gosh, you fell down. How do you not learn how to walk? It's like, it's okay. Get back up.
That's so good, because there's so much mom guilt and mommy shame for taking time to take rest breaks, for taking a sabbatical, for, doing a staycation where the kids are with, their dad, or they're with grandma or whoever.
There's a lot of mommy shaming.
There's a lot of mommy shame and a lot of mom guilt.
And I was just like, take the baby step.
Yeah.
Just like God modeled to us what rest is, it is a gift to your children to model to them what rest is. You're being like your father, and you're teaching them what God is like. And I think, like trying in you, giving your space and time. And it doesn't have to be big. Like, it can be, start with 5 minutes. Start small.
Start wherever you can. Start where you are.
And know that it looks different. It's not going to be the same. Rest is not going to look the same throughout your whole life. Every season is different. Your capacity is different in every season. What you need in every season is different. But I really would say you being a healthy, whole mom that is restored and refreshed is the best gift that you can give to your children.
That is so good.
And it doesn't have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. That's perfectionism lying to you. It can be a baby step, and God celebrates the steps.
Yes.
You step, he runs, to you.
Yes.
And I'm like, just take the step towards the Lord in whatever small way. And and then also really trust his promises about wisdom. Like he said, if you ask me, I will give it to you. If you don't know what rest could look like, I would say ask. That's the great first step.
Yes.
Take 5 minutes and ask and wait for a response.
Yeah, that's that pause again.
That's that
pause for the
wait.
cause.
And it may not come immediately, but guys, there's blessing in waiting on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, there's a blessing regardless. It's like, I'm waiting on you, Lord.
Yes.
Whether you give me an answer right now or you give me an answer in a few days, or there's a blessing in me looking to you to say, what does this look like?
And he's already said yes to the rest.
Yeah. And
so it's like, how do I access that rest?
How do I access it? And what does it look like for me in this season? And that God is creative. You are creative. He's made you a creative being in his image. And so it can look so creative. It can look so different than you would think. It does not necessarily look like a nap all the time. Naps are good. We love naps.
Love a good nap, honey.
But rest, one person I tell people to look towards, she has a great TED Talk, Dr. Saundra Dalton-Smith. But she talks about the 7 types of rest. Like, there's multiple types of rest, and to rest in different ways that are restorative. We're not just thinking just sleep. We're thinking what will restore my soul.
Yes. And
joy is usually a part of that. Delight, beauty,
replenishment, revitalization.
Yeah. There's like different parts to that. And it can look different. And the Lord is creative and you are creative, and he can show you what that looks like for you in that season. And also, again, this is a team sport. Life is a team sport. You don't have to do this alone.
Yeah. Get your care circle together.
Yeah. Who's in your care circle? And like, what does it look like to work together to see what rest looks like, whether that's with your spouse or with friends? We were very grateful. I will be eternally grateful to friends that for like 8 years, we kept each other's kids 1 weekend a month.
Oh, wow.
And so we knew for 1 weekend a month, both of us knew they're going to have my kids 1 weekend a month, and I'm going to have their kids 1 weekend a month, and I'm going to get a weekend off every month for 8 years. And so that, because we didn't have family around. And so like just people that you trust, people, that are safe, and like trying to find creative breaks. I encourage people, if you get a membership at the Y, childcare at the Y is included in the membership.
While you go work out.
Yeah, you go work out, or you go sit in the lobby and stare at the wall. Do what you do.
Listen,
either way.
I'm gonna just tell you, if you're gonna sit and stare, go stare and sit in the sauna, okay?
Yeah.
Let's layer up that care right there. But no, absolutely, such a good point. It's like getting creative is so necessary in this season. Resources have to stretch. Time has to stretch. But God is a multiplier.
Yeah.
And so I am definitely in a season where I am learning to trust that he will take the little that I have in terms of time, in terms of whatever the resources may be, and stretch that, because I am a caregiver to a little baby and an elder, and all of the things that come in between as an entrepreneur. And it does feel like I don't always know the right way to do it or what's going to be best, but I love what you're saying about be creative in this moment. So